welcome to day 20 of the Lean and Clean Challenge. So I am going to make something that's called vegetable, and I don't know how to pronounce this word, T-A-G-I-N-E, tagine, I don't know. Anyway, apparently this recipe is named after the type of pot that it's cooked in. I'm just gonna call it Moroccan style stew. That's what that's gonna be called. It's a Dr. Fuhrman recipe, and most of his recipes are very, very low in sodium, if not sodium free. This one happens to be very, very low in sodium, so it should be fine. I think they calculated it out to be, I don't know how much sodium is in like tomatoes and in carrots and peppers and that kind of stuff, so I don't actually know how to calculate that out, but I do know that the recipe, the only salt that I'm adding to it is the low sodium veggie broth, which is going to be approximately 85 milligrams of sodium per serving, seeing as there's 4 servings for this recipe. So not bad, very low in sodium. So first step, we're going to just talk about this kind of as I go because I've only got the cutting board is only so big. So first things first, you need a pot with half a cup of water in it. So that's my pot with half a cup of water. And you're going to want to chop up an onion, a couple of carrots, and a red bell pepper. So I have an onion, a couple of carrots chopped up, and an orange bell pepper because that's what's in the refrigerator that's getting wilty, so it needs to be used first. Otherwise, the recipe calls for a red bell pepper. So you're going to want to put that in your pot and cover it and cook it for about 5 minutes, just sauteing it on does it say on what heat? Medium heat. So let's go get that started, and then I will come back and chat with you about what the next set of ingredients are that need to be chopped up to put in there for the next set. All right, guys, so it's time for step number 2. The vegetables have been cooking for about 5 minutes, and so now you're supposed to have chopped up a zucchini. I don't have a zucchini because I didn't want to buy any because we're going to be gone this weekend, and so I just bought, well, actually I didn't buy these either. We had some yellow squash left in the refrigerator, so I went ahead and chopped up a yellow squash. So in the pot now, we're going to put the zucchini. You put 1 clove of garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of ground turmeric. So that goes in there. 1 can of diced tomatoes, which I actually have already drained. I didn't want the tomato juice in there, and it doesn't say one way or the other. So it just says 1.5 cups of diced tomatoes. So I'm just going to use a can of diced tomatoes. But like I said, I've rinsed them. They're in the sink ready to go. And then you also put in your vegetable stock at that point. So I have 2 cups of water in here and 1 teaspoon of the low sodium vegetable stock. So that is what that looks like. It's the Better Than Bouillon veggie broth, and it's the reduced sodium. So there's only 350 milligrams in 1 teaspoon, and I did just use 1 teaspoon. Technically I should use 2, but I'm just gonna go with 1 and see how it tastes. I think it will be absolutely fine. So those things go in the pot right now, and then you have to bring it to a boil and reduce heat to low and simmer for 25 minutes. So I'm gonna go stick all those things in there, and then I'm gonna come back and talk to you about the next set of ingredients that you're supposed to do after that. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, so the next step in this list of ingredients is, so you're supposed to buy apricots that are the hard kind, and like soak them in water and then chop them up. I bought the soft ones because those are the ones that I could find. So anyway, 1/2 cup of chopped up apricots and 1/4 cup of raisins or currants. So that's those 2 things that go in there next. Put in 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and a can of chickpeas. So I'm going to put that in there, rinse, drained, all that good stuff. So those things go in there now, and you want to continue to cook that for another 5 minutes. So a total of 35 minutes of cook time. However, I had that cooking for with the timer set for 25 minutes, and I just went and checked it, and there's 12 minutes left on the timer, and the vegetables are soft. So it definitely did not take 25 minutes. So I'm just going to continue on because it says to reduce heat and simmer for 25 minutes until vegetables are tender. They are tender. So I'm going to go put this together, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys what it looks like and taste it for you. It's very hot right now, so I will let it cool down for just a minute. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty guys, so it is made and ready to show off. So that is what it looks like. It's very hot. Even the bowl is really, really hot. So I'm gonna blow on this for just a second. It's very yellowy. The turmeric makes it very, very yellowy. that's different. Let's do one more bite just to make sure. I really liked that apricot in there. It was really good. I definitely say as of right now, I would definitely eat it again. I would make it again. It's quite good. Yeah. So I'll let you know in the morning what this tasted like after it cooled down and warmed up in the microwave and all that good stuff. But yeah, as far as I can tell, it's very, very good. It's very, very hot, so I'm having a hard time being able to tell you exactly whether it's like super awesome or not. But as far as I can tell, it's pretty good. I'll let you know in the morning if this is worth you making though. Alrighty guys, I gotta run and get ready for work, so I will see you guys in the morning. Alright, so I am actually taking my lunch break to eat rather than taking my lunch break to walk. It has been insanely busy here at work, so I'm worried that I'm not going to have much time. Usually when in between orders, in between phone calls, I'll work on doing my video editing and uploading and that kind of stuff. And that'll usually take me several hours because you'd stop and go the whole time, but it has been so crazy busy with all sorts of new stuff going on with computers and whatever that I decided to take my lunch break to do my video editing right now, so that all I have to do is put it over to update and upload tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing. I am also eating, and this is really good. This is not bad at all. It's kind of one of those, so I mixed it with some rice, first of all, and the rice absorbed all the liquid, and it's quite tasty. Here, take a peek. That's what it looks like. So it's really quite good. It's just very different. It's not anything I've ever had before. It's not any flavor I've ever had before. Maybe if you're used to Moroccan flavors, this would be totally normal for you. It's good. I don't know that I would make it often, like, oh, this is so awesome, I want to make it all the time. And I think that's just because I'm not used to this flavor combination. I'm not used to the turmeric and the cinnamon together, especially not with like a tomato base or tomatoes in it, but it's definitely worth trying once to see if you guys like it. I really enjoy the apricots and the raisins in it, the sweetness that adds to it. I really, really like that. So anywho, I just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know that, yeah, this is good. I'm not sure, like I said, if whether I would make it like frequently or not, but it's definitely worth making to try it out and see if you like it, see if your family likes it. Give this one a shot. Dr. Fuhrman usually has pretty good recipes, so this one is definitely on the list of, well, it's not bad. Not as good as some of them that he's made, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's decent. Anyway, I gotta go finish my lunch so that I can get back to work in a little bit, and I'll talk to you guys again in the morning. Well, hello everyone. So I had my stew last night, which again was pretty good. It's definitely an alternative flavor that I'm not used to, but definitely worth trying. Then I had a big bag of grapes at about 3:30, and I'm starving. So I'm gonna go and make some breakfast, and yeah, it's gonna be the end of my day for now. So I will talk to you guys again soon, and I hope you're having a good one. Okay, one more quick update before I go take a nap. I'm gonna sleep for 3 hours and then get up and have a day again. So I talked to my husband about the Moroccan style stew, and his opinion on it was that he didn't think it had a lot of flavor. He liked the fact that it was different from anything he'd had before. He didn't care for the tomatoes in it, which he doesn't really like tomatoes anyway. And I kind of wonder if it wouldn't taste better with green beans than tomatoes, to be honest with you. I was thinking that maybe if you put in a can of green beans or some frozen green beans, it might actually taste better than the tomatoes. I'm not 100% sure about that. It's a thought, especially if you don't like tomatoes. Anyways, he really liked the apricots in it, which he loves apricots anyway, and he really liked the raisins in the bites, but he did not think that the cinnamon and the turmeric flavor was very strong. I, on the other hand, thought it was like super flavorful, like really super flavorful. That could also partially be because he hasn't been doing this challenge with me. I mean, he'll eat what I make, and it's just fine, but he definitely hasn't been doing the low salt thing at all. So I'm wondering if I had put more bouillon in it, if he would have thought it was a little bit better in flavor. So that's something to keep in mind if you're serving this to somebody else that's not been doing the low sodium thing. You may want to consider putting a little bit more bouillon in some water and putting a little bit more in their dish than you do in yours, like just adding theirs to their bowl specifically. Because he didn't really think it was super, super flavorful. I thought it had a lot of flavor, like a lot of flavor. But I just wanted to give you that heads up from someone else's perspective, not just mine. He did say it was good, just that he thought it needed a little bit more flavor, which again actually could be maybe like some hot sausage type thing. If you like things spicy, it was not spicy at all. It definitely was more of a like a Mediterranean-ish, maybe Moroccan feel to it. It definitely wasn't like a spicy type thing. So just wanted to give you guys that update. So if you make this, let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you again soon.